Hey guys! Welcome to the Big Brother 19 finale chat.
Or episode 39.
Are you freaking hyped up right now?
Yes!
This, in the words of Ramses, was lit! This was nuts, man.
This was crazy.
By now you probably already know what happened, but we won't say yet because there's just so much other stuff to talk about first.
Let's begin at the beginning because it's a very good place to start. They started off with a recap of this bullshit season, which was ridiculous.
I'll just do what Paul wants.
Everyone, do what Paul's doing and hand him the game.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment of the season, besides the final?
Two things I want to mention. First, there's so many good ones. Okay, first I loved when Paul was fake crying in front of Josh.
Yeah.
And then Josh was like, I just saw the devil. And he was like, for like 5 minutes. Also,
the wiener spraying at the OTEV competition.
OTEV spray, the pig!
There was also wiener spraying in that other competition where they were on the wall.
Yeah. They really went for it this season. They were like, we're gonna hit him right where it hurts.
We love a good wiener spray. What can I say?
You know what else we love?
What?
Unicorn glitter farts.
That's pretty good too.
That brings us to part 1 of the HOH competition, which was done days ago, but this is where we're seeing it on the show.
Alright, so they're standing behind these unicorns who have some digestive issues and they're farting out sparkly glitter.
Yeah.
That smells like broccoli.
Apparently, I don't know. I feel like it would smell like nothing, but maybe they added some, you know what, they were like, you guys sucked all season and our way of getting back to you, they freaking like farted into jars for like 3 months.
You don't have to fart into a jar. There's this product on the market called liquid ass.
No, but I'm saying
it's powerful.
They wanted it to be personal, so they freaking went there.
Okay.
They stored it and they unleashed it on the final 3.
Josh was the first one to fall. I was surprised.
He got beat by somebody with a broken foot.
And wearing a dress shoe, not even a freaking sneaker. What the hell? I
think she probably did that because maybe the height difference between her feet would have been too great with the boot on one foot and the sneaker on the other.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Paul is so happy. He can't believe he beat a girl with a broken foot. Really?
Well, because he won part 1, that means
guaranteed a spot to play for HOH.
And I think he's assuming he's gonna win part 3 and win this whole thing. He's like, I've done it. This is it. I'm gonna write a book called
This Is How I Did It.
Yeah.
All right.
By Dr. Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
Alright, so it's the HOH part 2 now. It's called Knock 'em Down.
Yeah, let's just get these competitions out of the way. Because like, we got a lot of other fun stuff coming up.
It was a real Ren Fair competition.
Ren Fair, GOT, that kind of thing. Medieval times. 3
scrolls with riddles on it. You gotta knock down the cutouts that are incorrect.
That don't apply.
Right. So not only do you have to know which ones to knock down, but you have to have the skills to knock the correct ones down.
You got 3 different weapons to use. There was like this catapulty thing. Well, no, it wasn't. There was like a slingshot thing. There was that other thing.
Does it really matter?
No.
Christmas and Josh were both having the worst time ever.
Yeah, Christmas had a pretty good handle on the actual answers, but she kept knocking down the wrong people, and it was a lot for her to go back and forth on her bum foot. Also, you had to go get your ammo.
Yeah. Josh was pretty good at knocking them down, but he didn't have a good handle on the answers, which I was kind of surprised about.
He was really sweating, too.
They were both crying.
Between Christmas's tears and Josh's sweat, I'm surprised there was not flooding in that backyard.
I'm surprised Josh only beat her by 7 minutes.
They both suck though. It took them like an hour and a half.
These were down for like 6 hours.
Well, I think they were also doing the reminiscing thing with the dinner for Friday night's episode. But yeah, it took a long time. I feel like if Paul was in this competition, they would have been like, and Paul with 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So they both sucked. But Josh ended up beating out Christmas by 7 minutes, which means that Christmas, her destiny is no longer in her hands. It's up to either Paul or Josh to bring her or not bring her to the final 2. Josh is moving on to part 3.
Alright, so Paul thinks he's got this in the bag for real now.
Right.
Christmas is bummed.
Because she's a competitor, okay? She's not used to losing.
Yeah, I don't think she's so upset about losing to Paul. I think she's just like butthurt about...
She wanted to be in the final two with Paul.
Exactly. Josh doesn't know who to take. Or does he?
Come on, they're playing this up. He decided this early on in the week, but whatever.
All right,
okay.
F that. Let's go to Dr. Will, someone who's actually interesting and
I'm so excited for this jury segment.
Not bitter. All right, so we're in the jury house with Dr. Will, and Dr. Will wants to know who's next coming through that door.
I was a little bit surprised that a lot of people were saying Christmas. I thought for sure they were going to be like, we hope it's Kevin. Even Alex, who has talked so much shit about Kevin, was like, I hope it's Christmas.
And Raven saying, I'll break her other leg.
No, Alex said that.
Oh, that was Alex?
Alex said that.
Whoa.
I think she's jealous. Okay, here's my theory. I think that Alex is jealous that Christmas was in on the final three alliance with Paul and not her.
Okay.
And Kevin was not a part of that. So she was like, you know what? I'll give Kevin a pass this time.
I liked Cody's response when he said it's probably going to be Kevin because he's not scum like the other. He's more likable. It's not like there's other scum in there.
So then it's time to bring him out. Come on,
Kevin struts out looking like $1 million.
Yup. And he's like to Dr. Will, oh, nice suit, nice suit.
Yeah.
Suit twins. So then he's going around saying hey to everybody, giving everybody hugs.
That was nice.
And Raven's like, oh, Kevin, I knew it was going to be you. And Mark is just like,
whoa, you just...
Hell no.
You just said it was going to be Christmas.
Yeah.
110%.
Ooh, so then Mark and Raven are getting into it, and Matt's all, he jumps in, and Mark is like, I can't believe you're saying that you're the puppet master still, blah, blah, blah.
And he's like, oh, incredible soak.
Yeah.
Mark's come up with something different.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
You're in here like the incredible soak. Oh my God. It's too much. It's too much.
It gets out of control.
So Kevin is just like, I just got here. You know, he's doing the thing with his ring where he goes from finger to finger. He's freaking out. And Mark is telling Matt, like, name 3 things right now that you're known for this season because you haven't done shit. You know what? 3 things come to my mind. You can give yours too.
Okay.
Okay.
You first.
Okay.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
You can laugh it out. Drawer full of filled up condoms. And cereal.
You stole, like, this from me?
I stole
I was going to say that.
That's obvious.
Say that. Number 2, Mickey Mouse / Mr. Bill voice.
Yep.
And number 3, cum towel. Yes, that's it! Moving on.
Wait, let's just get this out of the way, Raven. Come on, people want to hear it. One more time.
Are you shitting me? Okay.
Thank you.
So then Matt is telling Mark, sit down, Mark! Sit down!
I'm already sitting!
And Mark was like, I'm already sitting! He was freaking out!
Dr. Will's probably thinking like, my kids are freaking more mature than you guys.
Dr. Will was sitting there like, he was loving it! He was loving it.
Oh my God.
So then it's finally time to talk about the final 3 and how much they dislike all of them. They did not have many good things to say about them.
It's not a very likable final 3.
You know, it's not.
It's not just them.
This is also
a
very bitter jury.
Woo!
Bitter. Very bitter jury. But you know what? They're bitter for a reason. Yeah. It's called poor jury management.
You suck.
We'll get there.
All right.
So they're talking about Josh.
He was just a loud crybaby.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, he called everybody out,
but he was kind of harmless.
Matt keeps saying like how it was a strength that like Josh fought with everyone and how that was like a good, like, I don't understand that. I think that's the shittiest gameplay ever. I hated it. I hated every minute of it. And I found it really annoying, but he was just like, oh yeah, that took a lot of work and blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, and then Josh would go and cry about it after every time. Which is true.
Then they hit the Christmas nail on the head. They like, she broke her foot and got carried to the end.
They didn't have much to say about Christmas. And I have to agree, there's really not much to say there.
I'm surprised they didn't say, she was a bitch. She was a mean, angry bitch.
Oh, that was one of the things that got on my nerves when she kept saying in this episode how she was
how caring she
kill
was.
him with kindness. why don't you try killing him with the C word, which you threw out many times throughout the season.
You don't spell kind with a C.
No.
All right, so, and then Paul. They were like, yeah, he had advantages.
Well, Cody was saying that. He was like, yeah, he had the friendship bracelets, he had 3 weeks of safety, and Dr. Will was like, you had like 10 other weeks that you guys could have all gone for him, and you didn't. And it was just like,
yeah.
Silence.
What? But in honesty, he had poor jury management.
This was really his game to lose.
Exactly.
He had these people wrapped around his finger, and he made a few moves right towards the end that were really blowing it.
Yeah.
He really blew it.
Overlied. He didn't
overlied.
own up to his game.
Yeah.
People don't like that.
He took the wrong people to the end.
Absolutely.
And it didn't help that he would not own up to his game.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just said in a goodbye message, like Josh did,
yeah,
that you were part of this alliance and it had to be done. But
he
no.
looked especially dicky because Josh did call him out.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
All right, so Raven and Matt are on their own.
They are still up Paul's butt. But you know what? They're making a good point. Like, Paul played a really whatever game.
Yeah, but they took it way further. They just started campaigning for him. Who cares? Just do what you're going to do and let everybody else make up their own minds.
That's the point of this jury round table, though.
Yeah, but they were, like, calling people out for being stupid if they didn't think that Paul should win.
Well, who knows what we didn't even get to see.
That's true. All right, so Dr. Will is basically like, you're all sore losers. You need to get over it because you're going to have to vote for one of these idiots.
Yeah, and he's, you know, I feel like he's trying to make them a little bit less bitter. And he's like, yeah, Paul lied, but you all lied. And Alex was like, when did I lie? You definitely lied. Don't even.
She was like, I didn't.
And then Dr. Will was like, so would you consider fake crying lying?
No.
She was like, well, I guess I did if that's something you would consider, like, lying or whatever. Shut up, don't talk to me.
Yeah, she was ridiculous.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I think Alex and Jason were definitely the most bitter.
Okay. So, HOH Part 3.
This is it. This is
Josh
the
versus Paul.
Scales
of just us. It's crapshoot.
It really is. It really is.
Because you don't know what these people are going to say.
And it always seems like you gotta go with the opposite of what you would think.
You know, this is so set up because they probably just ask them questions, they say the answer, and then they pick an opposite answer that you would be like, well, they would have to say that. We're forgetting that they said it without knowledge of the other answer.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you...
No, I know that now, but in the moment you're thinking, oh my god, which one of these?
Yeah, no, but they come up with a decoy after they already know the actual answer.
But there was no pick, it was just a decoy.
Right.
All right.
Now you got that out.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to forget.
Yeah.
Because like when we were sitting there watching, Daddy was like, oh, well, what? I can't believe he didn't pick that one. It didn't exist. Yeah. So there was no picking.
Right. Okay, so anyway, this is the one where they're like, okay, Cody said that his favorite part of the game was blah, blah, blah. And then they give you two options, A or B, and then you pick which one you think it is to complete the thought. Okay.
This, well, I thought Paul was just going to steamroll Josh in this. But
I didn't think he was because it really is, it's a crapshoot. It really is.
And Josh won?
What? We didn't even get to hear Kevin's.
Oh, that was upsetting.
They didn't even do the last question because Josh was leading 4-2. So there was no way that Paul could come back. And you know in that moment, Paul was just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
As soon as Josh won, Paul immediately looked at Josh and was like,
yeah.
You see that?
Was still behind the hedges, but she knew. Guys, if you haven't been watching the feeds, I can say this now because the show is over.
Okay.
All week, Paul and Josh have been telling each other that they were going to take each other to the final 2. Christmas went to them and said, I want you to do what's best for your game. She's basically giving them permission.
Don't take me.
To not take her, and she'll be fine with it. Which is really pathetic.
Big Brother Hall pass.
Yeah. So, anyway, after Josh's victory, he's like, that is the most interesting cry I've heard in a a long time, so thank you for that. Thank you for that.
All right, so now it's time for the pleadings.
Okay, Paul and Christmas have a chance to address Josh and be like, yo, take me or don't to the final two.
Paul's like, I had your back this whole season.
It was basically like, guess what, you little bitch? You wouldn't be here without me.
Exactly.
So pay me back now!
I kept you safe when I needed to.
Yeah, that was creepy. Correctly. That was creepy as hell.
And Christmas said, I love you both. I don't give a shit.
You know,
whatever.
What I thought was hilarious? When Christmas took the time during the speech to address Paul.
Yes!
Who was not voting.
I noticed that too. And I was like,
damn, give Josh his moment.
I know. So I was shook when Josh evicted Christmas.
I wasn't. I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it.
I thought he was going to grow a backbone, a spine.
He's no Steve.
He was a premature baby. He didn't have a skeleton.
Well, he was like, you know what? I think I have a better chance going to the end with Paul because he thinks that Christmas has like a lot of friends in the jury and he thinks he's...
Christmas was friend to no one.
I don't think that Christmas would have beaten Josh in the final two. I really don't. I think it would have been kind of a landslide. Maybe not unanimous, but
yeah,
favorably, very favorable in Josh's favor. Whatever.
Right.
Okay.
So upon
that was a little bit redundant.
Hearing this, Paul downloads in his pants. He's like, oh, that's the final nail in the coffin. I got this bitch sewed up.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, I'm in there. It was, you know, a little bit unsure for a few minutes. And Christmas is like, okay, bye.
Okay, honey, this means we're getting married, right? And Paul says loudly to Christmas, can you throw your crutch at Cody?
Ah! This might come very...
This is gonna bite you back in the boot.
We'll get there.
All right.
Okay.
So Christmas talks to Julie, and Christmas is so proud of Josh.
I'm so proud of them.
I'm proud of my son Josh.
And also, like, she loves both of them. Again, she's saying she thinks that they got rid of her because she killed people with kindness.
She was a bigger threat.
She was just so nice to everyone the whole season.
She was so sure she was going to beat Josh, so he made a great game move by getting rid of her.
I would have loved to have seen Julie at the end pull a, if it was Josh and Christmas in the final two, who would have voted for who?
She didn't have to do that because it's pretty obvious that Josh would have beat Christmas.
I wanted everyone to know, though. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Christmas, I couldn't even,
then
listen to this.
Julie said, I didn't watch this, you broke your foot? I didn't know.
Christmas was like, I never thought I'd make it to the final three, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't...
Fake.
Quitter. Sorry, yeah. She is. I just can't. Okay.
Bring out the jury. I gotta board a plane to Barbados. Let's go. All right, so the jury arrives. And
they're like, who do you think it's gonna be? They all thought it was gonna be Christmas. And
they were right.
Lo and behold. But they were surprised when they heard that Josh was the one who won part 3 and picked Paul. They were like, what?
Yeah. So they were pretty shocked about that, as was I.
That's pretty bold to bring the only vet who's never been nominated to the final two.
Who's a puppet master.
But Josh doesn't seem to think Paul made many big moves. He said that this week on the feeds.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
All right, let's get to the questions.
Okay.
And then
there were 3 questions for each person.
Oh, there were?
Well, actually, I guess there was 4 because Christmas was like the last one or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
4 for one person and 3 for the other.
Elena said, what's up with the bullying, Paul?
Paul was like, oh shit, is that how I'm being portrayed this season? He's like, I don't think I was bullying anyone. Like, everybody took part in it. Yeah, you manipulated everyone to freaking grab their pitchforks and go after one person at a time.
He was shook.
He was. But again, he's denying his game moves.
And then Matt gets up there.
Hey, Josh!
What's your biggest game move? And he said, in a roundabout way,
he was
rid of
a little sloppy with his answers, but I think that Josh was much more honest in what he was saying. Paul freaking blew it.
Yeah.
This was his opportunity, again, to own up to his moves, and he didn't do it.
Alex said, Paul, what's up with the friendship? That was your brand. But you destroyed friendships. He's like, no, I didn't.
Okay, she can sit down with that question because that was dumb. But he was like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he made a good point, kind of, but he didn't really emphasize that I wasn't going to sacrifice my game for anybody else's game.
Thank you. I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he said that.
All right.
Because I feel like a lot of people were in this season thinking like Paul was like a coach or something. No, he's playing his own game here, okay?
Yeah.
He's playing his own game.
He wasn't just going to bow out at the final 3. All right. Cody said, for Josh, you played for Paul.
Tell me, you know, how you were playing your own game and not just being a part of Paul's.
Well, I played dumb.
No, this is where I was like, oh, Josh, come on. Because he was like, I kept something from you guys this whole time.
I'm a super fan.
Which is not even true because he freaking told a bunch of people. And every time it was like this huge revelation. No, nobody freaking cares.
It's got nothing to do with the game.
Nobody cares. But he was just like, yeah, I was a super fan and I knew what was going on. And I played dumb, which I mean, I guess there was a point there. He was saying like, I wanted Paul to think that he was in control.
Right.
But I mean, he was. Josh never made a move against Paul.
No.
But yeah, he's saying that he was playing dumb so that Paul would feel like he was in control. Okay.
Jason.
He asked Paul, why did you overlie? You know, that was totally unnecessary.
Yeah, you could have gone to a certain point and been done with it, owned up on, you know, to your game, but you never did that. You just kept making people think like, you know.
Yeah, he's saying like, you would go days, hours before an eviction and just keep telling somebody that they were good and then they weren't. And you knew that.
I don't think he tried to hustle an answer for that one, but I don't think he really answered the question. Because there is no answer to that question. You overlied.
Well, Jason was like, didn't you realize that the jury was going to compare notes? And that was one of Paul's biggest mistakes here.
Poor jury management.
Like, really, I can't believe he was still trying to control things in the jury house and thought that they weren't going to talk.
Yeah.
And realize, hey, everybody was working with Paul.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. I guess maybe because he wasn't in the jury last season, he doesn't know how it works. I don't know.
Raven never got it, but... Mark says, Josh, you were a crybaby. You called people out on their game, and every time you cried about it.
And then said you were never going to do it again.
What's up with that?
I thought Josh did a pretty good job of answering this question. He was like, yeah, it was part of my game to call people's games out, and that was my strategy. But it really did tear him up inside because he was friends with all of them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Josh was definitely more real.
He was more genuine.
Yeah. More owning up to his game. And I think people appreciated that because they didn't want smoke blown up their ass.
So then Julie's like, Christmas, you were just evicted. So we're going to give you a chance to ask one of the final two a question. This was such a waste of precious time.
Joshy, would you evict Peppy or Crutchy?
Peppy is her damn scooter. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with that?
Get off of this!
There's scissors right here!
I'm evicting this one!
I'm evicting Christmas again! Boop, boop. Ridiculous!
Get out!
Oh.
Don't even deserve to be on
You
the
overplayed! Okay. Okay, so then... let's not even talk about the answer because it's not worth it. So then it was time for the final speeches. Paul has been practicing his word for days. Josh was not.
Well, you know, I think Paul might have been thrown off his game a little bit because he had to switch his up because he thought he was going to win the final HOH.
He's been practicing his script with it in there that he won the final HOH and brought himself there, blah, blah, blah. And he had to change it up. He stumbled a few times. I think he had so much packed in there. He was talking way too fast. I don't think it had much of an impact on the jury.
He said he was at a disadvantage. He didn't have to win anything. He was effing great. He was the puppet master. He screwed everyone. basically.
All right.
He was very pompous in his speech, he came off as a real D.
He was.
Josh, however, he didn't have much to say.
Josh really freaking...
He hit the same freaking played fearlessly.
I mean, it wasn't...
I called people out, and then I choked. I had nothing else to say.
It wasn't Gina Marie level bad, but it was pretty bad.
How many times did he say played fearlessly?
A lot.
Because he couldn't think of anything else to say.
Shoot. And he almost dropped an F-bomb, and Paul had to grab his leg and be like, it's okay. But you know, he was probably like, mess up. Yep.
He probably just shut up and sit down.
Yeah.
I won.
That's what it looked like at first. He was just being like, okay, sit down now.
Alright,
so then it was time for the vote.
There was plenty of snarky comments about like, oh, is this friendship? Well, then let's be friends. So she was
voting for the one who stabbed her in the front instead of the back.
Alright. Let's bring out the pre-jury. Bring out the pre-jury.
So there was a lot of time for Jess.
Megan wasn't there.
Jess was like the spokesperson of the pre-jurors.
Which was good because she was actually coherent and made sense, and I'm not so sure about the others. So well, maybe Dominique.
Julie was asking, did Dominique even really get to talk much?
No, but I'm saying she would have been a good spokesperson.
Oh, yeah, but Julie seems to love Jess.
She does
knows
love
she's
Jess.
Popular.
Yeah.
So she's asking her, like, you know, you've been at home watching. Is there anything you want to say to these jurors who haven't seen what's been going on?
Go ahead, Jess. Take it.
Oh, shit. I haven't done my Jess voice in a long time. Hold on. Let me see. So what I want to tell you is that everyone had to deal with Paul, and you all got played.
Yep. She said she tried to warn everybody, but...
She said he had to deal with everyone except for Cody.
That's
and Julie
right.
was like, no, we're all waiting your reunion with Cody, which we'll see later.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But first, let me pull out this. You all suck, and now look at this I trust Paul montage. I
know, at first I was like, whoa, Julie is getting involved in this back and forth discussion. But then I was like, oh, it's a lead into a montage. Okay. So they had some DR sessions showing pretty much everybody.
I want to work with Paul.
I want to work with Paul. I trust Paul.
Paul! Alright, so...
Paul thought that was pretty hilarious.
Julie wants to know, Jess, if you made the jury, would you vote for Paul?
She said yeah.
Okay.
She said yeah.
Paul said, now let's hear from Paul.
Okay.
Paul said he tried to get as much friendship as possible. I hate these stupid, like... boys, friendship.
You know what they've been saying lately that's been driving me nuts? Stupid, like, guai. No. Stop trying to make guai happen. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, it was time for Julie to drop the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
All these past few weeks, Josh has been blowing up your spot. So they played back Josh's goodbye messages.
Montage.
To the last few jurors. I don't think we needed to see every single one because they were pretty much all the same.
Paul had to act shocked, like it wasn't true, like Josh was lying.
Well, he was shocked because he didn't think that Josh was going behind his back and playing for himself.
Yeah.
And doing this. So Julie was like, Paul, what do you think about that?
He's a coward.
Oh, shit!
Whoa.
You're calling him a coward? For putting the blame on you, which he was putting the blame on kind of like everybody.
He was being honest.
In their group. But Paul is saying that when he was always trying to deflect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Paul also said he carried Josh because he thought he could beat him.
Daddy's
he put
pissed.
that final nail in the coffin. He
Daddy's
was like,
pissed.
I only took you because you suck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ooh.
So then Cameron pipes in and says, you all sucked and you didn't want to play. This is a tragedy for me because I just wanted to play the game and I would have played.
I mean, he made a good point. So many people this season were all about furthering their showmance, you know, Matt bowing
Filling
out.
up a drawer of condoms.
No! Jess kind of like bowing out. I don't know. Well, she didn't
Giving
really.
up their game.
Or Cody. I mean, we saw a lot of that this season, and everybody playing for Paul as well, obviously. Not caring if they went to the final two with Paul and lost, so,
But, Kodeska is still a thing.
Woo!
Yeah, we made Kodeska happen.
No, nobody else calls them that.
All right, so it's time for Julie to count. Get those votes out. Get those keys out of that key box.
This is it, guys.
Wow.
This is it.
I cannot believe it came down to a tie with Cody left.
That is this season in a nutshell. Remember when we said that Paul should not have said that about Christmas throwing her crutch at Cody?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they all heard that on the stage. I'm not saying that that actually influenced his vote, because I think he already went in knowing what he was going to do.
I'm surprised that he didn't vote for Paul.
I thought he was going to be the deciding vote for Paul. So let's just break down the votes real quick. So Paul's votes, he had Raven, Matt, Kevin, and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised with any of those?
No.
Me neither.
Josh had Jason, Alex, Cody, Mark, and Elena.
Cody was the deciding
Cody was the swing vote. Because everybody else was bitter AF.
Holy shit. But I can't blame them for being bitter.
No.
Because that is Paul's poor jury management.
If he had taken Kevin to the end, he could have been sitting on his check right now.
He should have gone to the end with Kevin and Christmas, but no.
But
anyway.
He's crying in the bathroom.
Oh my god, he was messed up. And Josh was all, ah!
Mommy!
Okay, was everyone not like, oh, when Julie announced the final vote?
Yeah.
Because I know I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a feeling it could go either way.
I did call it, though.
You did, yeah.
I did
But
call
wow, to lose 2 years in a row by one vote, wearing the same shirt. Maybe you shouldn't have worn that shirt. I don't know.
Julie said, always a bridesmaid.
Ooh, Julie. Ooh.
Nice one.
Wow.
Good girl.
So then, it was time
for the second best.
America's favorite player.
A record 15 million votes.
Whoa!
Top 3. Kevin, not a surprise. Cody, not a surprise. Jason, okay.
I see that, okay.
It's Cody.
What? That's like a double stab for Paul.
One in the front.
That's a rough night for him.
One in the back.
I mean, he's still 50,000 richer, but you know, he's feeling it right now.
Yeah.
He's feeling it.
Cody was a little shocked. I guess he didn't know about the Jess campaign to get him America's favorite.
I'm sure he figured that she was rooting for him, but I think a lot of people were just like, you know what? This was like one person that actually went against Paul.
Yeah.
And tried to do something different this season.
Yeah. So good.
So
good
he was rewarded for it.
Sorry, Paul.
Okay, you made a really good point. You said you feel like Josh didn't really like win this. I mean, obviously, technically he won. But
Cody
it was
lost
more...
it.
Cody.
Paul lost.
It was more that Paul
lost.
They didn't want to vote for Paul. I don't feel like people were voting for Josh because they were rewarding his gameplay. Which is like kind of sad to say, but I definitely agree with you.
I think it was kind of like our presidential election this year. I really think Trump won because...
Let's not get into politics.
A vote against Hillary and not a vote for Trump.
Let's not get into politics. But anyway, yeah, it was a dirty, dirty season.
I feel disgusting now.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that Survivor?
And Celebrity Big Brother, yay!
And maybe, just maybe, we'll get a whole new crop of newbies and no more vets.
Maybe.
For BB20.
Did anybody else think that Raven was... Well, yeah. Did you see how Raven was hanging on to Paul and Christmas was hanging on to Josh? Come on.
Yeah.
When Julie was like, we're gonna have Celebrity Big Brother, was Raven like, I'm gonna be on y'all. Anyway,
yeah.
That's it for this season. We want to thank you guys so much for watching with us, watching the chats, the spoilers, the puppet shows.
Thanks to all our Patreons. You make all the difference in the world to us.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Thanks again.
Complete the heart.
Yeah, let us know what you thought of the finale in the comments. I'm sure you got a lot to say.
Oh yeah, and just let it go. Till Survivor.
Much love.